Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Day we hustle, but the night we know that they ride or die. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Day we hustle, but the night we boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. My name came up a lot, it sounds more when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they ain't no longer about. My name came up a lot, it sounds more when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they ain't no longer about. My name came up a lot, it sounds more when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they ain't no longer about. My name came up a lot, it sounds more when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they ain't no longer about. I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. OG boy. Day we hustle, but the night we OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Day we hustle, but OG boy. Know that they ride or die. Cold, these brothers my guys. Know that they fly. Know that they fly. Know that they ride or die. Cold, these brothers my guys. Know that they fly. Know that they fly. Know that they ride or die. CJ Ike, they ain't no longer about. They ain't no longer about. They ain't no longer about. CJ Ike, they ain't no longer about. Know that they ride or die. I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Day we hustle, but the night we boys by my side. Know that they ride or die.
Everybody, welcome to Wheels Up Wednesday. Also, thumbs up because you are amazing. I am Uncle Mike, your favorite YouTubers and your favorite gamers' favorite uncle. And we are back here with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 on the Xbox Series S, recreating another flight. And today's flight is from I guess what they would call a small YouTube channel called Short Field over in the UK, and he flies a sport cruiser. Don't have much experience flying sport cruisers here in the flight sim, so we're gonna be checking these sport cruisers out. I'm flying a Bristol 23, is kind of the closest I could get to his Piper Sport, and yeah. So we're going to be checking out that, but his channel is Short Field. Again, there's a link in the description to his channel and also the flight that I am recreating. And there's kind of a backstory to this flight. Is he did his previous video. He did where he basically almost crashed, and he kind of walks you through that takeoff and that flight and so on. Now this is the flight immediately after, when he kind of has some breaking his confidence and all of that. And so I wanted to kind of check out the flight that he does now, and really did look at the other flight. That's one thing I really like about his YouTube channel, if you're a pilot, is that he really, bring the microphone, probably could hear me better now, is that his YouTube channel, Short Field, really goes into a lot of the learning and events, and so and kind of some of it's a little tour when he goes up to some of his airports and all of that. So it's very instructional, and I like that he talks mostly in his videos. Kind of talks to you, what he's thinking, what he's learned, or neat areas, and so on. So with that, let's go ahead and get right into the video. So here is our airplane for the night. This is a Bristol 23 in Microsoft Flight Sim on the Xbox Series S. But over there, Short Field, the pilot, on his YouTube channel, he flies a Piper Sport. And so I kind of got the livery like his airplane here. Got the IN number here because we're over in the UK. So it is Golf November Juliet Charlie Zulu. We're sitting over here by the fuel pumps, getting ready to go. It's a neat little airplane. Inside the cockpit is really, really neat. It's not exactly the same as his cockpit in Short Field's cockpit over there, but it's very similar. And so, yeah, we're going to be doing this little flight that he did after this one where he almost crashed. And we're going to be flying from I think it's his home airport in North Weald. I'm going to start North Weald, which is northeast of London. So this is our first flight out of the country, out of the United States. And yeah, he flies down to this little field that is crazy. So we're going to go check it out on the video it's crazy. So we're going to go check out that, and then we're going to fly north, fly past our home airport here, and fly up to another airport called, and I love this name, Nuthampstead. And it has a lot of old World War II history and stuff, and so that is amazing. You know me, I think so many things are amazing. And I changed my room around a little bit. Actually, I changed the camera position, so I'm trying to learn that. Not really liking that, but we'll deal with that later. Let's go ahead and get right here into our flight tonight. And yeah, here in Short Field's little sport cruiser. And so, yeah, but we're going to fly south to an airport down on the coast and then fly back north up to an old bomber field that's got a little grass strip and kind of not really falling apart, but it's got some problems on it and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, let's go check out England for the first time here on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 on the Xbox Series S. So kind of just familiarize ourselves with the cockpit. Let's go ahead and turn the fuel on. What we got, right and left? Yep, we got right and left. Okay, so fuel is on. So at least now we got the go-go juice turned on. Let's see what else we've got here. We got master over here. I see the fuel pump and all that. Let's just go ahead and confirm that the parking brake is set so we don't have a Blanco Lirio when we recreated that and started that up and put it right on its nose right off the bat. Not good. Not good at all. All right, we're going to turn the master on. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the alternator. Avionics. I wonder if those are magnetos or if theirs are really alternators. So since there's 1 and 2, probably magnetos. We'll probably check those out, see what happens here. So there is, I've went ahead and put in our flight path so we can zoom in and see that here. We'll need to talk to tower. This is a controlled airport. Everywhere else we're going is grass strip uncontrolled. So, all right, everything is on. We're operating the airplane, so let's go ahead and turn on some nav lights. Let's go ahead and turn the fuel pump on. Let's go ahead and give it, oh, choking the chicken. Here we go, choking the chicken. All right, how do I, there we go. All right, I think we are set to go. Oh, can we open the canopy? Oh, I don't know. I bet you don't start it with the canopy open, do you? I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so. Let's close that canopy back up. Okay. All right, fuel pump on. Everything's going good. Let's go ahead and get over here. And now, can we get a clear? Prop. Let's go ahead and whoa, 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 there. Uncle Mike. We don't need that much for a warm-up. Whoa, slow down. Let's just get a warm-up going. Let's check everything. Okay, we got pressure, temperature, cylinder head, exhaust gas temperature. Everything's looking good. I think that's liters per hour. Okay. Ooh, we are definitely across the pond now, aren't we? We'll just let this controls look good. We can go wingman view here and controls. Oh yeah, flippy floppies. All the flippers and levers seem to work. Now let's go ahead and reset that view. Let's kind of set it over. There we go, like that. All right, everything is looking good. Let's go ahead and see what we got over here in ATC on this side of the pond. So, oh, I thought there was a control tower here. Okay, well, if there's not a control tower, then I'm not going to announce anything. But we already have it's uncontrolled, so we've got our taxi ribbon up here, telling us where to taxi to. So we'll go out toward the end of the runway and do a run up. Check those alternators. Check our... Do we have carb heat? Yes, we have carb heat there. I see it on the dash. What else we've got on this dash here? Crew volume, squelch, volumes. Any way to turn up the radio? No, actually turn up the brightness. I bet this is what this is. Day, night. I don't know. Okay. Not really sure what that does, but all right. I think we're warmed up. I think look at that fire truck. I think we're ready to go. So parking brakes coming off. A little bit of throttle. These things are a little powered by a little Rotax engine. I think that's what these a lot of these sport cruisers have. I just know that the the Rotax are in a lot of those bush planes these days. You know, the Kit Fox and all that kind of stuff. We'll eventually recreate one of Trent Palmer's flights in his Freedom Fox. All right, so we'll go ahead and taxi out here. We're now completely VFR. Weather looks good. Everything is looking okay here for the flight. But yeah, Shortfield's YouTube channel, again, link down in the description to Shortfield's YouTube channel. Also a direct link to the video that I'm recreating, the flight of his video that I am recreating here tonight. So you can check that out. But really enjoy his channel. Even though I'm not you know, an in real life pilot, that it really is instructional, and so I just like the formats of his videos. What he basically does is he says that he tries to, you know, bring the lighter side of aviation, so not just with the airplanes of these sport cruisers, these light sport cruisers, but also going to these small airfields in the UK, which they look amazing. So we're gonna have to check this out. But I mean, there's one he goes to in this video. It's crazy. So I wanted to kind of go check this out. So you can see all these different tarmac surfaces because of back from when these were all, you know, bomber bases and stuff in World War II. So I think this North Weald here is a bomber base. Then also the Nuthampstead that we're going to go to is a bomber base. The first airport we're going to, I think, is like an ultralight field. So the runway even bends. So, but everything's looking good. I tell you, the sport crew, this is pretty cool, but I doubt they have like a tremendous amount of power. You know, that's what I would be. Really? Do you really have a lot of power? I mean, they look fast, like a Lancer or something like that, but I mean, they're powered by the new Rotax, so at 900 series. So I know they have power, but I guess it also depends on the airframe and everything. But look at this, how we're just like sweeping all the way around. This is probably for back in the old days, old bombers, you know, they line up and off they go. We're taxiing around here to runway 2. Again, we're VFR, so I'm not going to use ATC and declare all of our position and everything out there. The airport has a tower, so I thought it was controlled. But Maybe that's a remnant from the war too. I don't know. We'll come up here. Starting to see the runway. We're going to come out. We're going to basically make a right pattern, it looks like. And then we'll head south out of the right pattern. Get in the cockpit, see what we've got here. Yep, okay, so we got our paths out here. And I'm going to go ahead. I don't really see runway hold markers, so I'm going to go ahead and hold right here. Parking brake is set, and that is confirmed. Let's go ahead and bring this little guy up to some speed here. Yeah, I'll go ahead and turn that on to GPS. There we go. Do that. Oh, I got some other options too, don't I? Yeah. Let's turn the wind vector on to show that. Yep, very good. All right, yeah, we got that. Okay, good, good, good. Now let's oh, that's what happened. My viewpoint is, I'm looking right at that, so I need to. All right, let's bring some power up here. Some RPMs. So again, I'm not really sure what this whole alternator. I guess they all alternator. We have right here magnetos. A little bit of a drop. Yeah, okay, a little bit of drop. Up, drop, okay. Magnetos check out good. Carb heat right there. Okay, can't really see it there. All right, I don't see a drop right there. No, I don't. All right, we've got icing already. Usually you don't see a drop. That means that you got icing, but I think it's probably just not modeled in the airplane. All right. I think we're set to go. I think we're ready to go. I think we're ready to do this in our little sport cruiser here. All right, so let's go ahead and dial in a notch of flaps. I think we can turn off the fuel pump now. I don't think we need that anymore. What is this? Is this wing wag? Oh yeah, I like that. We don't need it, but that way we're got better anti-smash lights on. Okay. Parking brake is off. And here we go. So it's clear. Yeah, I don't see anybody on final. I see the runway. It's got a really big displaced threshold, really long displaced threshold here. I'm gonna kind of just do a run and start here. I see the threshold. I'm gonna go ahead and come back on the prop just a little bit. Trim, trim, trim. Oh, that was way too fast. I stayed on the ground way too long for this little airplane. All right, flaps up. All right, we're gonna climb out here at about 2,500. Everything's looking good. We got it's actually some pretty nice performance going on here. Yeah, trim, trim, trim. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and come back on the power. We don't need all this. Don't need to abuse our little Rotax. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and climb on up here and go ahead and start our right downwind departure. Yeah, everything's looking good. Again, I'm flying on the sticks because I am an Xbox gamer, so I kind of want to also keep this. I don't want to go like I don't want to go full scale, you know, flight simmer. I gotta stay an Xbox gamer, so I am flying on the controller here. There we go, nice downwind. Climbing here on our downwind, right downwind for runway 2. There is North Weald down there. We got our wigwags going off. As now we are going to head off here in our right downwind and start heading southeast here. All right, off we go. All right, we're heading to this little grass ultralight strip down here on the southeast coast, or it's really on, I think it's on like the tributary of the Thames River. I'm not really sure if it's actually, well, I'll call it on the coast, called Stoke. So that's where we're heading here. We're gonna climb up to 2,500. Got this nice summer day here in southeast England. Wow, look at the graphics here though. Look at the world. All right, we're at 1.9, climbing to 2.5. Just nice, easy climb out here. Keep our speed up. Let's go ahead and check our engine instruments. See what we've got. Yep, I like what we've got there. I'm gonna try not to fly with the autopilot too much here. Let's stay on the sticks. Let's get some practice here, trimming airplanes up and all that kind of stuff. Again, I have points of interest up, so you can see Thurrock Airfield. 11 miles off here, just off the right nose. Everything's looking good. We got this climb out going. Heck, I like it. And 2,500. So let's go ahead and pitch over and let us accelerate. Then we'll go start trim. What is it? I think it's like plus or minus 200 for when you're actually doing like your test, like your check ride. I think that's what you have to do. It's a little harder. You don't have the feel, you know, in the flight sim, so. But it does have trim, so I'm using trim. How are we doing over here on power settings? Everything's looking good. I like it. Screaming along here, about 98 knots indicated. Again, see, this is very similar to like the X-Cub performance. Obviously it has a much different wing and so on, so aerodynamically it performs differently, but it has, I think, the same engine maybe, or a similar engine to the X-Cub. But nice scenery going out here. Again, I got our wingwag anti-smash lights going. As we are just out over there. Out over there is London. You can actually see some of the skyscrapers for London out there. We're gonna stay away from London and all the traffic. I'm sure there's just a gobs amount of traffic over there with all the commercial flight simmers that are over there. But we're over here again. I think the gentleman's name is actually Terry King, and his YouTube channel is called Short Field. Again, you can find the link to the flight that I'm recreating in the description below, and you can also find a link to his YouTube channel. And if you are an aviation enthusiast, I would go check out his YouTube channel, just because he's really doing something different with these light sports, and of really flying into different kind of airports. So, you know, if you're a fan of, you know, Corey Robinson, Trent Palmer, Kevin Quinn, you know, the Flying Cowboys, and all of those guys that do the, you know, the backcountry flying and their STOL aircraft and so on, you really ought to come check out Terry's channel, Short Field, and really check it out. The reason being is because all of his, where he's going, are mostly improved airfields. I'm not going to lie to you, but they're grass strips, and a lot of them are really left over, you know, from the war days and stuff like that. And so, and some of our private places, like in one video, he actually flies to this one farm. It's really interesting. He flies to this farm and gets ice cream. I mean, you really, you know, yeah, the Flying Cowboys, they fly into you know, places out there in Utah and all that, and then they stop at, you know, gas stations to get fuel and drinks and all that kind of stuff. But Terry here in Short Field and his YouTube channel really has a different kind of take on some of the stuff. So yeah, I think it's really interesting. And so I was thrilled when I actually found his YouTube channel. I think it was amazing. So yeah, I got some Bernard's Farm. There is so many. I mean, Terry and his YouTube channel, he really does show you some really neat grass strips in the Sport Cruiser, and he's landed on, you know, fields that are, you know, 900, 800, 900, you know, 1,500 feet long. So, you know, they're not long by any means, but a lot of them have got some undulations and stuff in them. So it's very interesting. So, all right, I'm still just flying here on the stick. We have somebody passing by here, probably way up high again. You know, nobody seems to come down low. Nobody seems to come down low. I really enjoy this general aviation. I really am enjoying recreating these in real life YouTube pilots flights, because it gives me some research too, you know, kind of expectations research. I hope they see it as, you know, flattering and, you know, and stuff, that it's inspired me to do this in flight sim. So, but everything's looking good here. I like what I see. We got the wing wags on. RPMs look good. Manifold pressure looks good. Everything over there is kind of at the high greens and all that kind of stuff. If we need to switch fuel tanks, we'll switch fuel tanks here in just a little bit. It's got a left and a right to get, if we get too unbalanced here. But we need to do our GUMPS check from when we came over here by Stoke. So we're coming over here to an airport called Stoke. This is this little ultralight field. It does look just pretty, you know, sporty. You look out and see those little wing tips, or little winglets on the wing tips and stuff. This is one thing that I thought was just amazing. Look at this. Look on the wing. It has little, like, baggage compartment in the wing on both sides. Again, I am flying the Bristol 23, which is a payware airplane for Microsoft Flight Simulator in the Xbox Series S. It was kind of the closest thing airplane that I could find to the Piper Sport that he actually flies on his YouTube channel. So it was the best I could do, but I guess my best wasn't good enough. Yeah, I don't have any clue as to all of this, these villages, these towns. I think this is like the tributary here. This is the Thames River right here. We're going to the next bay, so we're going to kind of cross this peninsula, and it's right there. We'll have to see if we can find the airfield. That's one thing, just watching Terry's channel and stuff like that. And he even says it in his video. Sometimes he has a little tough time actually finding and locating the airport, because a lot of times they're just, you know, it's a grass strip in a farm. So I can only imagine in real life. I'll see if we have any difficulty, but we got our GPS going on here. So but yeah, so the backstory, if you watch the video, Terry's previous video on his YouTube channel called Short Field, again, link in the description below, directly to Terry's Short Field YouTube channel. But he basically went out to a private little airstrip. I think it's on an island, kind of off our right wingtip here. And he went out there and landed just fine with two other buddies and their airplanes. And then they went to take off, and they had a stronger tailwind to take off. And his buddies took off, and he noticed that it took him a while to get to rotation speed. And he didn't really like what he really saw as they climbed out over the trees. And then when he went to take off, you could see it in his eyes. I mean, like I said, and I commend him for showing it on the video and so on, but you can see it in his eyes that he's like, am I about to die? And he doesn't die because he made another video, which I'm recreating right here. But he talks about, you know, his thought process, and he talks about a big pilot error that he did in that. And so then he made this video that we're recreating right here. And yeah, I have to admit, I feel bad for him, because, you know, over my 51 laps around the sun in my life, I've had many things where I've been real good at, and it takes one event, and then you just lose your confidence in that, you know, in many things, you know. And so then it's, you know, you have to go back to the repetition of doing it, which might be helpful to then, you know, get that expert and go back and get help from an expert and relearn that skill, and relearn that you do have the confidence in that skill. So we're going to come out here, we're going to check out this airport that Terry checked out when he did this flight. And you can see, you can watch the video. So, all right, I'm going to come off the power a little bit. I'm going to keep the same trim setting, so we should go into a descent. I see it on the altimeter there, descent. So somewhere right out there on the far shore, on the opposite shore, so we're just crossing over a shore here, so we'll call this the North Shore. On the south shore is the little airfield, and basically it's at sea level, and it's somewhere out there. Yeah, we'll take a look for it once we get out there, because I have no idea where it's at. I see where we're going on the GPS, and I see the little label. The label says right there, Stoke Airfield, you know, 4 miles away. I don't see no airfield, but you gotta remember, it's grass. Everything's out here is grass. Come off the power a little bit more. Keep the same trim setting, just let the nose fall on through. All right. Okay, we got to start looking for this airfield. I know it's right on the shore, so it needs to be right on the water. Now, I also know from the video, from the in real life, there's power lines. This is the crazy thing. Literally, like, right next to the runway are power lines. Like, a couple 100-foot tall power lines and towers. So that's maybe what we need to look for. Oh, I think I see one right off the nose there. Oh, I think those might be like the T-hangers. They're right off the nose. All right, I think I kind of have an idea where the airport's at. Again, airport's at sea level. Basically, I think in his video he says it's like 10 feet above sea level. I'm going to go ahead and deviate a little bit to the right here. That way we can see the underneath, you know, the wing here as we pass over on our side. I think that's the airport right down there. No. Yeah. Oh, I see the tower, the power line tower. I see it down there. Oh yeah, I see the grass strip. It's literally looks like a fairway. It literally looks like a fairway. I see the T-hangers. There's like a row of T-hangers just going under the wing here in just a moment. Row of T-hangers. Yeah, I see it. And then there it is. Just, oh man, just like his video. That is amazing. And it is bent. It's bent to the left. Look at this. It has a bend in it. Okay, well, here we go. This is crazy. Yeah, there it is. Right in the center view, right there. What? What? Alright, so because it's the first time, we're gonna go a little farther out here. What? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say we're basically already in like in a downwind here. What? Alright, I'm gonna come back on the power. I'm not sure. I guess I could probably look over there. See what first notch of flap speed is. There we go, 80. We're in the white arc. Speed check. First knot of flaps. Okay, this is hard. I've already lost the airport. I think I might have picked enough landmarks to know where it's at. All right, I'm fat. We're just gonna do like a flyby. Basically, that's what we're gonna do here. Okay, I haven't really. I think I saw one of the power tower things. You know, power line towers. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and slow down a little more. Oh yeah, I see over there in that tan field at 1 o'clock. I see the power line towers there. Oh shit, there's one right here. Oh no, oh shit, they're right in front of me. Look, there's one right there. Oh yeah, I can see how in real life. Oh man, you got like all these obstructions. Oh yeah, okay. Flaps up. Oh, look what, and the runway bends? You gotta be kidding me. All right, we got good speed. Pitch up. All right. That's what? Trim, trim, trim. All right, let's go ahead and just enter the pattern here. What? It's crazy. But again, I think this is an ultralight field. That's what I really like about his YouTube channel and his flying. He goes to these very small airfields. And so, yes, they're improved, you know, the turf and all this, but that's crazy. All right, so I did notice that there's some type, it might be a road or railroad tracks or something. All right, that seemed like a pretty good pattern, so I'm going to go ahead and pick the same reference point here. We're going to extend out a little bit longer downwind. Maybe we'll get set up. So, okay, so it's right there. Yeah, see, there's a line of trees. I think it's a railroad. I think it's right, that railroad right down there. If I remember right, in his video, he talks about a railroad. All right. I'm going to go ahead and hold the nose up here a little bit, getting the white arc. All right, flaps coming down. All right, first notch of flaps. Second notch of flaps. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get a little more set up here for landing. A little more set up. Seems like I'm high here. Seems like I'm high. Seems like actually that previous approach was much better. Seems like I'm high and fast. Gotta watch out because I didn't see the. Okay, there's the railroad. See the railroad right below us? It's right down there, right over our standby battery switch. But then look, we're looking right at a power tower, at a power line tower. What? Now it looks like I'm a little slow. And I don't even have full flaps in. I don't have landing flaps in. Look at this though. You come in and because of the bend, you literally have to come. This is, oh my, where this is. All right, power. Track one notch of flaps, keep in one notch. Wow. Second notch of flaps up. Look at that, there's another power line tower. What? Okay, I think we can attempt a landing here. I'm gonna give it one go. Give it one go here. We'll go ahead and climb on out. Enter the pattern. I think over here they call it a circuit. Enter the circuit. I'm going to enter the circuit for Stoke. Using my visual references of that white building out there on the downwind. Alright, so then we got the railroad track, but the problem is the railroad track takes us right to that power tower. Alright, hold the nose here. And let's go ahead and 1 notch of flaps, help us slow down here a little bit. Oh man, this is trim, trim, trim. I'm going to get set up here for a landing. Alright. Got my visual cues here. But again, like in this video, I don't like those power line towers at all. Alright. Second notch of flaps. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to do like a 180 base to final. I see the railroad tracks. Trim, trim, trim. Coming off the power a little. It's a little bit harder to maintain power on the with just using the controller and the buttons. All right. I see the railroad tracks. I see the railroad track. I'm going to use that road right there. See it going underneath the road. Alright, I think I have multiple places to put it down if I need to. I'm going full flaps. Full flap. Oh, no. I got another notch of flaps, this thing? No, it's full flaps. Okay. Run off the power. Still feel like I'm a little high. There we go. Alright, I like the view of this. Look at this dog going. I'm basically almost going between the end of the runway and that power line tower. That's whoa, whoa, trees, trees. Okay, I still like it. I still like it. Still like it. I feel like I'm a little fast though, but we'll see. We're down. We're down. We're down. Well, this thing's got a damn curve in it though. Put on some brakes. Put on some brakes. Oh yeah, we're down here in Stoke. Oh, wow. That's, even in the sim, that is crazy. You actually see where they have like a little taxiway or something like that. All right, well let's turn this thing around here. In the grass. So in real life, this is like high grass right here. The wings just went on. Oh, I didn't even check the windsock. Did we just land downwind? Is there a windsock? I didn't even see a windsock. Do we have it? We have it on our computer though. What does it say? Yeah, we basically landed. It's basically light and variable, so I'm not too worried about it. Look at that though. Look at the power tower right there. Grass strip. Man. I mean, because you're coming in, you're looking right at that. You got to come in, you got to turn. And man, I can imagine if you had a real blow coming off the water here, and the wind just blowing you in. Oh man, that would be insane. See, I think they have it mowed differently. That's why you see all this stuff here. All right, I think this is the end of the runway. I think that's 2-0 maybe, something like that. 2-6. I don't know. Really hard to tell. It's not actually. It's just an image. So, look. See, look down there. Like you can see how the buildings curve. This is crazy. Oh. All right, let's get lined up here. I'm not going to turn off the engine or anything like that. Let's just go ahead and... Alright, wingman check. Let's put the flaps down. Alright, flaps for takeoff. I did not switch the fuel to the fullest tank. Let's go ahead and do that here, which is now the right tank. Carb heat is in. Everything is looking good. I like what I see. I don't think we need pitot heat. I think it's a hot day down here. Alright, let's hold the brakes. Get up to some power. Release the brakes. Trim, trim, trim. Airspeed's alive. And we're off. Ooh, look at these trees. I'm gonna kinda, ooh, look at these trees. Look at these trees. I don't like these trees. Alright, flaps coming up. Okay, we got it, we got it. Woo, okay, Stoke. I'm gonna come back on the power here on the climb. Don't need this continuous abuse on our Rotax engine here. Flaps are up. Carb heat's in. Engines look like they're good. The green. Let's just go ahead and circle overhead. Take one more last look here at this. Wow. That is. And then ultralights. I mean, those ultralights, I mean, because they're ultra light, can you imagine though having a real strong, you know, I guess south wind coming over the water and you're trying to land there in an ultralight? Not one of these sport cruises. At least we had some weight. Wow. Terry, thumbs up, because you are amazing, Terry, if you're doing this stuff. Wow. Absolutely amazing. All right, let's go ahead and get trim, trim, trim. Oh, trim, trim, trim. Hello, trim, trim, trim. All right, now we're going to head north back up here to past North Weald up to Nuthampstead. Interesting thing is on Terry's YouTube channel for this flight. So if you go again, there's a link to the flight that I'm recreating here. If you click on that, there's actually a history of this airfield that we're going to when it was a bomber base or airfield, or you know, just a Army airfield during World War II. And so Terry in his video for this, he has put the link for more information about the history of this airfield, because it's very interesting from the air. We'll go over it. We'll look and see if this one has a windsock. I didn't even check to see about a windsock here at Stoke, but we'll check the windsock when we get over there. And then, but you'll actually see how you can tell there's multiple runways, but right now there's actually really two runways. It's one runway, but I guess about halfway down it's got this old concrete slab, and they say you don't want to run your airplane over that at any type of real speed, or you break your aeroplano. And I do have breakage on here in the flight sim, so if we do something that's not good for our airplane, it will break on us. So weather looks pretty good. It's just kind of probably maybe a normal summer day here in England. I think clouds looking like this. But again, we'll climb up here at 2,500. We're almost there, within 200 of it. Let's go ahead and start pitching over here. Get some speed. Victoria, hey! I am sorry how long that's been. Hello, Victoria. Thumbs up because you are amazing. I have changed my camera location, and so now I'm looking right at my game screen and right at the camera. I'm going to try that, see how I like it. Trim, trim, trim. Yeah, so we are over here in good old England. We just went over to a strip. I'm recreating a flight. You can, like I said, you can get the link down in the description below of the flight of the in real life YouTube pilot. His name is Terry King. His YouTube channel is called Shortfield, and he likes to bring the lighter side of aviation to us, and it's really neat because he flies a sport cruiser just like this. It's not the same brand. He says he flies a Piper Sport, Piper Sport. This is a Bristol 23. But it's really neat because he goes into a lot of these little grass strips and private strips all around England. So it's very, very interesting. It really is to me a educational and instructional channel. It's a lot of fun. So I figured I would recreate one of his flights here. Getting a little bit of turbulence. We might be getting some late afternoon rain here in England. Whatever's going on here on our. But now we're going to head back. So we've got now some time according to the smart box here. We've got about 15 minutes to fly up here to Nuthampstead. 104 indicated, temperature 108 true, ground speed 110. So not bad for a little sport cruiser, I think. But yeah, so now when I kind of look off screen, I am looking at the peripheral stuff. So I'm looking at chat. When I look way over here, I'm looking at my system screen that kind of shows me how the live stream is doing. And now right here is the game screen and saying hello. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Trim. We're getting a little bit of speed here, so I gotta retrim. Don't have the autopilot on this Bristol 23. This is payware, by the way. So if you are here for Microsoft Flight Sim on the Xbox Series S or X or something like that and you're interested, this is what I'm flying, is the payware Bristol 23 Sport Cruiser. I think it's a fun little airplane. I will be recreating more and more of Terry's flights on his YouTube channel, so I'll get more and more experience with these sport cruisers. But so far I've really enjoyed this little payware airplane. I had to get it if I was going to recreate one of Terry's flights, because we don't get a sport cruiser really that's anything like Terry's airplane, so I went ahead and bought it. So because of that, if you're interested, because I do use payware and stuff and to make the videos more realistic, if you want to buy me a coffee here, you can't really see that because of the light, but buy me a coffee, link is in the description below. That's my little if you want to call it support, or if you just want to buy yourself some coffee, there's a link to an affiliate link also down there to Coffee Brand Coffee. Okay, well, yeah, we are heading back here, zipping along. Yep, 114 knots. We are going to hey now, Nuthampstead. And I am flying on the stick here, so this is no autopilot tonight. We're gamers tonight. We are using the controller here. So I'm using my left thumb to control the airplane, trying to be as smooth as possible. I did program in a VFR flight path, so you can see it over there on the multifunctional display. So I do have guidance here, so it basically now kind of is a game. Just, keep it on left and right, keep it on that red line, and I'm trying to keep it at about 2,500 altitude. Beautiful day here though, out here in southeast England. Over there is London. Yes, that is where London, where the leaky cauldron is. That's in London. So just got a little bit of a flight here. Not a real long flight tonight. Like I said, just a few minutes south and a few minutes north. But this airfield up here, it's very interesting. It's old, like I said, old Army airfield from World War II. It's got 3 runways, but only 1 runway is used now. It's a grass strip, but it's really cut in half because of this concrete slab that's in the way. So, so we'll get over here. We'll pass overhead midfield, see if we can pick out a windsock and make a decision on how we want to land at Nuthampstead. I'm sure with my American accent, that is not how you pronounce it. Maybe it is, but I'm going to say, because it actually kind of looks like Nuthampstead, but it's Nuthampstead, I think. Oh, a little bit of turbulence here. Okay, okay. So somewhere out over there is our home airport. So looking good. I like everything. Let's go here. Just look at the dials. Yeah, everything's looking good. Everything's in the green. Cylinder head temperature looks kind of hot, but hey, we'll just let it go. If it blows up on us, I guess we'll just land in one of these fields down here. Looking good. Like what I see. Airplane's flying good. Got a little bit of turbulence. We're at 2,500. 100 knots indicated. This little airplane, though, is really, really cool. It just looks fun. I can see why Terry flies it, because it just looks fun. And the thing that just amazes me, I have to say, the thing that amazes me is the baggage little lockers in the wing. That is amazing. Willingale airstrip. See, I'm not really sure why, because I mean, I thought the airport we took off was a controlled tower, but maybe I don't know. I tried to contact the tower on ATC. See, look, nearest airport, North Weald, number 4, and then it just goes right to traffic. Trim. So I guess it is in a controlled airport. It looks like it's supposed to be, but I looked to see if any of the airports that we were going to, so there's North Weald or Stoke or Nuthampstead, was payware improvements, but they're not, so there's no payware improvements. Looking good here. We've got 11 minutes to go and 20 miles. Again, all under VFR, and I am completely on the sticks. The autopilot is not on. This is all flying as an Xbox gamer here. So if you're interested in flight sim on the Xbox, controller is perfect for anything that you really want to do. I do have a keyboard also, but that's just you can program in some things with the keyboard, and I have done that too. But for what we're doing here, almost everything, the ATC is a little bit easier to use with a keyboard since you have selections. If I bring that up again, you have selections 1 and 2, so that's just easier with the keyboard to select 1 and 2. Rather than going into this cursor mode and using the left stick, which is your flight stick also. So it kind of gets a little busy if you try to do that all with just the controller. So, but if you're there just to have fun and fly around and all that, then it's yeah, everything's good. Everything's good. So what we got down there? Look at that. Look at those estates, probably with a big old pond and stuff left over from the Middle Ages and all this. High Easter Airfield. Look at that. Look at that little grass strip out there. So yeah, if you're interested, I'll tell you, if you are interested in grass strips on Microsoft Flight Sim, of course, pretty much down here it's all flat. I mean, look, I mean, you just flat. Just rolling hills, but it's just flat compared to some of the other stuff that I've been doing here on the Microsoft Flight Simulator. like one of the neatest things that I'm looking forward to sharing with you and going to a flight with you and having a good time live streaming, chatting, and all that kind of stuff is the glider we got now. The glider is amazing. And then the preset weather that we've got, so you can go thermal in or ridge soaring and stuff like that. And I found a YouTuber, Bruno Vassell, I think. Vassell? Not sure, but I found him on YouTube. He has a great glider videos. And so I've been watching some of his videos, getting ready for stuff. So to recreate some of his flights, he's out in Nephi, I think is how you say it, south of Salt Lake City. Out there, he flies out there, beautiful mountains. Looks amazing. So I'll be looking forward to bringing the glider here into one of my live streams. But in real life, next week, Monday, Air Adventure Oshkosh 22 begins in real life. And so today I recorded a flight of the M0A guys on their way to Oshkosh. And so I am recreating their flights as they post them on YouTube, but they will not be live streams. Those will be recorded as I recreate their flights and as they post them on YouTube. They just posted another flight, so I will be making another video in the morning probably and posting it on my YouTube channel. Just inspiring, because I don't think I'll ever be able to fly, an airplane into Oshkosh as an adult. So yeah. Got that Stansted, right over there. I don't see any traffic. Oh, there's a little bit of traffic. Somebody's going, oh, excuse me. Looks like somebody going in that airport right there. Or are they just flying over it? Don't know. No, they landed at there. Airplanes landed at that over there. Nope, it just flew by. Nope. It's a slow mover. I don't see the traffic. Traffic's not in sight. Alright, let's go ahead and get back on our track here. Obviously we had an engine problem. We'd probably go for Stansted there. But I don't know how well this thing actually glides, because it seems like when I come off the power in this thing, it's on the ground. You better put that nose down and get some speed, because it's this little high chord wing here. I mean, look at that. That's pretty boxy little wing. But looking good, just flying up here. But yeah, so Air Adventure 22 Oshkosh is happening, so I'm recreating those guys' flights as they travel up to Oshkosh in their Cessna 172, which is then perfect because we got this great 172 in Microsoft Flight Simulator on the Xbox Series S, so it works out perfect. So I'm recreating their flights while I'm doing these recreation of live streams, and then in just over 10 days I am leaving in real life, heading down to Orlando for work and pleasure, so there will not be any content on my YouTube channel, so I wanted to make sure I get this content posted up for when I am gone. So look at the village. Wow, that's cool. Look at that. Alright, everything's looking good here. Off the nose out here somewhere is Nuthampstead. And again, what we're planning to do is when we get close, we got the airfield in sight and we can really pick it out. Then what we're going to do is that we are going to... Actually, is that the airfield right there? Oh, I can't tell. Is that it right off the nose? Is we're gonna fly over, we're gonna look for a windsock, and then we'll make a decision. There's only one runway, so but again, we're gonna either have, well, you'll see when we get over there. It's kind of hard to explain, but there's one grass runway, but it's basically split in half by a old concrete slab, which they say you don't want to land on, you don't want to go over, anything like that. So if you come in one way, you basically want to, if you're going to land on the short side of the grass strip, short end, or you go over that and kind of use it as a displaced threshold to the longer grass strip. So, all right, I'm trying to put eyes on this. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't have. Runway not in sight. How far out are we? Yeah, we're still 6 miles out. Man, I don't see it. I do not see it. And I studied it. Now I know it has a VOR. You can see it on the multifunction display over here. You can see it has a VOR on it, so that's another landmark we can look for. Okay, I'm going to come off the power here. Just leave the trim set up and go into a descent. Go down to, let's go and check the altimeter. Everything's looking good. Let's go down here to about 1,500 feet here. I might have it. I might have the airfield here. I might have the airfield. It might be this tan that's coming up on the nose. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Right off the nose now. Yep, got it. All right, let's go ahead and just continue our descent down to 1,500. We're going to kind of enter a downwind here and just cross over, come over here, then cross over midfield and take a look. So we'll come up here, we'll take a left, cross over midfield. Man, nice places down there. All right, everything's looking good. I like what I see. Okay, I'm not sure. Is that the runway? I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. We gotta put eyes on this. Okay, I think I see it. I was looking at that right off the nose, but I think it's actually already off to right down here. I think this is the old airfield here. So we're gonna continue to go this direction, continue our slight descent here. Yeah, this is tough. Even though there's a marker right here for it. See, look, Nuthampstead. But to actually then locate it, yeah, that's it right down here, because there's the slab. That's a slab that we're not supposed. There's the grass strip. All right, I don't see a windsock, so we're gonna land on. Right there is going to be our touchdown point, right there. All right. That's the problem with these. You lose. There's so much green. I just lose sight. Where's the? Okay, there it is. There's the runway. I see it now. Okay, yeah, we're in a downwind now. Okay. All right, I see there's a road right there. Okay, I'm just trying to get a, okay, there's a curve. Oh, there's the VOR, the circle. I see the VOR station, the circle right there. Okay, yeah, we definitely have got. Definitely got some. We're high though. Let's go ahead and start our descent. Come off the power. Come off the power, not add power. All right, notch your flaps. Go ahead and go turn in here. I think I'm really high. It just feels like I'm really high. Higher than a kite, wrapped up like a noose in the middle of the night. Oh yeah, okay, there you go. I got the airfield. Oh, it's got like this. Yeah, so you can see the old airfield. Like these trees are part of the old runway. All right, flaps. All right, I like what I see. I'm gonna go full flaps. See there's old VOR. Okay, yeah, I got it now. I see it. I see it. Look at this. This is a real nice established approach here. Looks like we got crosswind from the right. Alright, I like what I see. I like what I see. Flaps, full flaps. Runway's made, power off. Now I gotta get down though before that slab. There we go. There we go. There's the slab right here. Yep, just like in this video. Easy braking, no problems. Let's bring the flaps up. Let's go ahead and kind of move off here. Actually, let's come over here. I'm gonna come over here by this building. Now, it said you can cross this. It's just don't cross it, you know, at any type of speed. It'll damage, you know, your propeller, or it damage your airplane, basically. Let's come over here by this building. We're gonna break out the drone. Check this out here. All right, parking brake is on. We're not going to turn off the engine, but I want to break out the drone here. Let's break out the drone. Show you this airfield. It's pretty cool. In this video, it was really neat to see in this video. All right. Woo! Up we go. So there's the slab they talk about, and there's the grass strip where we just landed. You can see basically the old base housing and all that kind of stuff. But if you zoom out, then you can really get an idea of the position of the runways. So like obviously a runway here, full length, and then it'll probably, with this slab right here, is then another runway like here, and then probably a crossing runway too. This old airfield. Look at that. Isn't that is amazing. Wow, Terry, thanks so much for bringing this to our attention on your YouTube channel. That is wow. Now that is some mad drone skills right there. So, but yeah, we can kind of. I mean, they got, see, look at this. It's just pictures, nothing's modeled. You see, like I said, probably the old base housing, and then that perfect, what do you think that is? You think they had like flags or something? Or if it was like a practice bombing? Almost like a compass rose? Don't know. Med skill. All right. Let's go ahead and get into our cockpit here. Make sure everything is tidied up that we like it. How are we doing on fuel? Yeah, we're still pretty good there. Let's go ahead and switch over to the... Look at this model though. Look at it. Got a glove box. Nothing fancy in there. It's back over here. Anything buttons we can push? I know we can open up, but I'm afraid to open it up because that will will damage the airplane. I don't think this is supposed to be opened. But now what we can do here instead is we'll take off here on the 900 foot, so you can kind of get an idea of the performance of the sport cruiser. So all right, so takeoff flaps are set. We still got our little anti-smash lights on. Let's go ahead and trim for takeoff here. I'm gonna go ahead and let's do a little short field takeoff here. So parking brake is off. Come out here and get lined up. There we go. Come on, come around out there. There we go, Nelly. There we go. All right. And so let's just think about this, holding the brakes. We've got power, we've got flaps are in. So what we're going to do, we're going to take off. We're kind of going to hold this nose wheel. We're going to hear the chimes of the stall warning and all that, but we're just going to kind of just let it come off on its own, short field here. Then keeping ground effect. Be mindful, we're actually going to go through those trees. Yeah, we're going through those trees. You heard me. We're going through those trees. All right. Power, brakes on. Power set. Off we go. Holding back on the stick. Get that nose wheel up. We're off. Stay in ground effect a little bit. Let it accelerate. Nice. Oh, this thing's got zip. Of course, we're down here at sea level. I mean, you know. All right, let's come back on the power. I don't need to burn up our road tax. And let's go ahead now. Just nice, easy climb out. Trim, trim, trim. Now let's head back to North Weald here. That is. And again, if you go on to Terry's YouTube channel called Short Field, link in the description below, link to the actual flight I'm recreating and the airports that he went to in the flight, and also a link to his YouTube channel. But in his in real life flight video is he has put in a link to the description of the history of this Nuthampstead Air Base. So go check that out too. It's amazing. Some of his flights, that's what he does. He flies to these old historic bases where they got museums and all kinds of neat stuff. So I'm looking forward to doing that and recreating, because this is really some challenging stuff here in Flight Sim to recreate what he has done. So, all right, climb up to 1,000. We're going to stay a little bit lower here, 1,500. Let's go ahead and pitch on over and accelerate here. Whew. A little heavy-handed there on the old stick. All right, we're at 100 knots. Engines look good. Like I said, it's a little hard to do trim on the controller, but you can get used to it. You got to hold down the right bumper, and use the right stick all at the same time. So it's kind of like you hold down the bumper, so say trim, and then you use the right stick to actually give up or down trim. So it takes some getting used to, and it's not all that precise. So, Sensei, sorry if I missed you there. I was yakking. You know when I get a yakking, but hey, Sensei, thumbs up because you are amazing. I have redone some of my stuff, so I am now looking camera and screen rather than camera and screen. Yeah, thank you for that. The Lost Worlds Words game on Game Pass, and say that looks amazing. I won't get to it here for several weeks, but it does look amazing. I really do appreciate that. And then when I hear you talk about if you like puzzle platformers, I'm just gonna say it. I know, Sensei. I know you're talking directly to me. I know. No, I know. No, you don't need to say anything. I know. So in the chat here we got Sensei. I probably need to go ahead and put some links to Sensei. I'll do that here once I upload this video and stuff, or once it actually converts from live stream to a video that I can actually edit, I will put a link to Sensei's YouTube channel. I'm not sure, Sensei, if I have it. You could try to put a link in chat. I'm not sure if I have it turned off or on. So if you want to put a link to your YouTube channel in chat, you're more than welcome to try, because I don't know what's going to happen. So this is a test and it's a learning experience. So, but Sensei's got his own YouTube channel where he talks gaming news, games, all kinds of great stuff out there. We are going to be playing a new game coming out in August. All right, Sensei. We're going to be playing this new game in August called Saints Row, which is now a reboot of an, what was it? What were there? 4 or 5 other Saints Row? I can't remember how many there were. They were so much fun, so over the top, so not PC. And so you can already make your character if you want, our characters. I've already made my character. It's based off Aunt Cindy. It's called Franken Cindy, and it doesn't look right. And so yeah, so I've made a character already, but it's going to be crazy. I don't know if I'll live stream that. That might be kind of like my own personal game. You know, I would imagine that there'll be stuff that Sensei will have out there. But yeah, we're gonna play co-op in this, and it's like I said, maybe I'll make some YouTube shorts. That would be kind of fun to do. You know, if we had some YouTube, you know, make some YouTube. Oh, look, there's windmills. There's windmills. Look, wind turbines. One over, a couple over there. One over there. Oh, that's cool. Get back. Come on, Luke Skywalker. Get back on target. Stay on target. Use the Force, Luke. Let go of your feelings and use the Force. I am not using the Force to get back to our home airport here of North Weald, because it's that big red line right there on our multifunctional display. All I got to do is just follow that. Getting a little low here. We might have some people complaining, calling to the, I don't know, the, or whatever you call the federales over in the UK. Scotland Yard, that's what you call it, right? That's a popo. I don't know what FAA is over here, but I might be a little low for their liking, because I'm at 1,260 and I wanted to be at 1,500, but I've been getting all excited talking about co-op, and Sensei's in here, Victoria's in here. Who knows how many other people? I probably got like 4,000 other people that are lurking that just aren't saying anything. All of Dr. Disrespect's people have come over, and you know they've raided me, just didn't tell me. No. Oh yeah, check out the 2 windmills. Or no, it's a windmill. Look at that. That is cool. Man, nicely done, Asobo and Microsoft with this. This is absolutely amazing. But we're on our final stretch. We're about, let's see what the computer says. The smart box tells us that we are, we're only like about 4 minutes out, 6.5 miles out. Somewhere out here off the, over here is the airport, somewhere. That's not our airport out there. The airport's really close, I thought. I don't know. We'll fly over the town here. There you go. It's like right off the nose now. Yeah, maybe that is our airport. Oh yeah, I think I see it. That's one thing I think about the Xbox Series S, is because it doesn't have as much power, it doesn't load as far, the loading distance. So that's why I'm looking forward to getting my Xbox Series X here in a couple months. So yeah, Road 96 was really cool. I did a completely blind playthrough, so I didn't know that it was so highly political in its setup. The game itself isn't really that political. I mean, it's a neat little adventure game. You have what you're trying to do in it and all that. But I didn't know that basically, you know, it was, we might as well just say, it was like Trump the tyrant, right? you know, Hillary, right? And everybody wants to get out of the country because, you know, he's such a tyrant and all that kind of stuff. And so I actually read some articles about it, and the developers were like, yeah, it is. That's exactly what we're trying to do. So, but yeah, well, thanks you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Sensei. Yeah, I also, everybody, I do little YouTube shorts on the games that I play, these little puzzle platformers and all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, it's nice to hear, Sensei, that you played that game because of my little YouTube shorts review. All right, so I think we're going to enter a downwind. We took off on what? Runway 4? 2? I'm not real familiar, but it's okay. We'll come up here. We'll refresh our memories when we get up here. All I do know is we were not taking off in this direction, but we should be able to see a windsock. So I really want to be able to see a windsock. That way we can make our own decision on which way to land. But so yeah, on my YouTube channel, I do these little YouTube shorts right now, and they're just these little if-then statements reviews. So if you like this type of game, then you ought to play this type. Then you ought to play this game. So that's what I do with all the games. So even the games that I really don't like, I'll still say that if you like this type of game, then play it. I think that's a good way to give a review, a good way to give feedback, rather than telling people this game is crap. Like, we have got all this, right? Sensei talks about it a whole bunch on his YouTube channel, right? People don't like Xbox. People don't like, you know, PlayStation. People don't like, you know, open world. They like, you know, puzzle platformers. And you got Battlefield versus Call. You got all this stuff, and it's like, well, if you just like this type of games, then play. Like those types of games, then don't play them. It's pretty damn easy. All right, here's our airport. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we took off right over here, like runway 2 or something like that. Yeah. I remember. Let's kind of cross midfield here. Let's enter for a right downwind for runway 02. That looks like that's 20. And let's see if we can find a windsock. There's one. I got one right there. It's going right here. There it is. All right, we're not going to land on that direct, because that windsock looks like it's blowing. Like, we're already on. Yeah. We need to enter a crosswind for that runway. Okay, I got it. Here we go. We're going to land on this. I don't even know if this is. Yeah, it looks like it doesn't say it's not. We're going to land on this other little runway right there. That's in the center of the screen. That's the way the windsock looks like it's blowing. See the windsock? It's kind of variable. Yeah, we're going to land on the short runway. Why? Because we can! Alright, let's hold the nose up here. Slow down. I got a little fast there in my excitement. Alright, first notch of flaps. I'm going to go ahead and pull some carb heat out. I don't think we have to worry about carburetor icing, but let's just make sure. So let's go ahead and pull the carb heat out. Second notch of flaps. See if we can make out the airport. There it is. I got it. I got the airport. Airport in sight. I'm going full flaps. I see our runway. All right, I'm fast, I'm high. Come off the power. Seems like when you come off the power in this thing, the thing just drops out of the sky. All right, I see our runway. Again, it doesn't have X's on it. There's a big old tree right here at the end though, but we got plenty of runway. Big old tree here. Big old tree. Well, we don't want to clip that because we do have damage on where it will wreck. All right, I think we're over the tree. Power off. Nose down, keep the speed up, Come in for our flare. Come in for the flare. We're in the flare. Stall. There we go, nice. Okay, yeah. Woohoo, whoop, whoop. And look at this, we could even put on the brakes. Let's go back to the fuel where we started. Yeah, I'm in the UK. This is my first flight in the UK, Sensei. I went all international. There we go. And over here is the fuel, so we're going to go taxi back to our fuel. Let's go ahead and see if we need to clean anything up right now. All right, carb heat can go in. Yep, there we go. Very good. But yeah, so we have recreated Terry King's in real life flight off his YouTube channel called Short Field. And it's a really, really cool little, he is, well, he's got like 8 times more subscribers than I do. But I think he's a fairly new YouTuber doing light sport aircraft like this Bristol 23. I think he flies, or I know he flies a Piper Sport, but he goes in these little tiny grass strips, which are just amazing. And so, and I really like the way he sets up his video because he talks to you. He talks to you about what he's thinking, about his errors. He talks a lot of. So if you're into this kind of flying, if you're just an aviation enthusiast, period, even if just a flight simmer, it's a lot of fun. It's given me a lot of inspiration here to do different airplanes. Again, this is a payware. This is the Bristol 23 payware airplane. So again, if you would like to support my channel, I just use that little buy me a coffee. So if you want to support, you can buy me a coffee, or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 or whatever you would like to do. Or if you want to buy yourself some coffee, there's also links down there. So, but yeah, so here we are. We are back at the fuel pumps right where we started. Let's go back in the cockpit and let's go ahead and say here. So parking brake is set. We can go ahead and turn our landing lights off. And nav lights off. Heat. Avionics master, so we can, let's go ahead and, I guess you turn, this doesn't have a mixture, so I guess we'll turn it off with the fuel valve. There we go. So all right, now we can turn off pitot heat, turn off, I don't know why that did that, but it did. Alternators, master, and turn the key off, and then we can say we need to get out of here and go have a pint. So let's open up the door. Oh, look at that. Oh, check that out. Oh, that is cool. There we go. We have done our flight here. And again, you need to go check out Terry King's channel. His channel is called Short Field. Link in the description below. Link to the actual flight that I just recreated here tonight. Go check out Terry's YouTube channel. It really is cool if you're an aviation enthusiast, if you're a pilot, if you're a flight simmer like me on the PC, the Xbox, it doesn't matter. Go check out his channel. It really is some interesting and fascinating stuff what he's doing with his sport cruiser. Very similar to this. His tail number, as you can see back there, is Gulf November Juliet Charlie Zulu. And so yeah, you can really see some fascinating stuff that he does with his airplane, and in the UK going into these grass strips. I'll be back live streaming on Sunday morning. I have a schedule now, so Sunday morning. Don't know if it's going to be a flight sim or whether it's going to be a platformer. So I don't know if we're going to be, we've got this Oshkosh 22, the big air adventure. And since I'm such an aviation enthusiast, I really want to continue to do some Microsoft Flight Sim stuff before I disappear here in about 10 days for a week of work and a week of play down in Florida. So I won't be making content for those 2 weeks. So I want to get some content up and so on. So, but yeah, I'm trying to practice some things here and trying to do perhaps maybe a new intro or something, or trailer, I think is what they call it, on YouTube or something like that. So, but all I can say is that I like Microsoft Flight Sim. I like video games. I like playing them. I like talking about them. So, if you like playing games, talking about games, then subscribe if you haven't. Click that like button if you do. Come chat with me during a live stream and game on, because I'm Uncle Mike, your favorite gamer's favorite uncle. I will see you next time. Bye, everybody. Have a good night. Thumbs up because you are amazing. Bye, everybody. Whew. Again, what a great live stream. Go check out Terry's channel, Short Field, link in the description below. Fun little airplane, fun little flight. Yeah, that was very cool. Very cool indeed.